becomes invalid when the husband touches the wife. Ablution becomes invalid. The evidence is Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Ma'idah, فَإِن لَمْ لَامَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ فَلَمْ تَجِدُوا مَاءً فَتَيَمَّمُوا صَعِيدًا طَيِّبًا. If you touch, Allah said in the Quran, فَإِن لَامَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ, if you touch any woman and you cannot find water, then you do any tayammum. And it shows that touching between men and women who are not mahram invalidates wudu. Pertaining to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Aisha radiallahu anha, and she once woke up from a sleep and she was finding the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she touched the feet of the Prophet and while the Prophet is praying, because he was in darkness. Al-Imam Shafi mentioned there is a high possibility that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was wearing khuf. You know khuf? Khuf, it is a kind of a leather socks that is worn at night, because when there is cold. So you see, our scholars, when they find hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as though outwardly it is different from the Quran. The Quran says, فَإِنْ لَامَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ, and if you touch woman, your wudu becomes invalid. Hadith say, Aisha, when he touched the feet of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet continued praying. So as though there is a contradiction. When there is outwardly there is a contradiction, our scholars say they will, reconcile between the evidences. So they go back into the Quran, they say, فَإِنْ لَامَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ, Allah said that if you touch woman, your wudu becomes invalid. But how come in the hadith said, outwardly that the wudu is invalid? So Al-Imam Shafi do ta'wil. He said that the meaning of this particular hadith is that high possibility that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while he was praying, he was wearing khuf. So when Aisha radiallahu anha touches the feet of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he doesn't touch any the skin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he's touching any the footwear of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that is the explanation pertaining to the hadith. And then we have another hadith in Abu Dawud, that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam kissed some of his wives before he performed his prayers. Al-Imam Shafi'i again, he said that this particular hadith is a weak hadith, because one of the narrator is not mentioned in the sanad. So he doesn't accept this particular hadith. So based on our mother Imam Shafi'i, our evidence is the Quran. فَإِنْ لَامَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ, if you touch any woman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, your wudu is invalid. So that is what you call it, the answer. Nowadays in India, a lot of people are asking about this, so we have to know. But of course, we understand there are differences among the scholars pertaining to this issue. So any more questions? Besides, how many of you send the other questions? May I have a raise of hands to the form? There's the thing. So I will not answer this unless those who are attending. If any question, based on the prayers and your fasting. If there is no question, meaning you have understood everything. MashaAllah. Because when I was teaching, I feel that my pace is a bit fast, because I am chasing after time. But if there is no question, then there is good news for me, because it shows that all of you have understood and my pace is understandable. But the question is about a person who has done istinja, and then he took ablution, and then while he is about to perform prayers, he has this doubt as to whether the istinja is valid earlier, or there is some traces of urine or traces of filth that can be present in his body. The thing is like this: when we are performing any istinja, as long as we are convinced and certain that our istinja is correct, Yani we have done everything that we can to make sure that we are clean. To make sure that we are clean. If we are convinced that we have done everything, when we leave what you call it, toilet, and we are taking our ablution after our ablution, and then we feel as though something is coming out. If that kind of feeling has not reached the state of yaqeen, conviction, if it is only any doubt, we can go away with it. But with the condition that we are convinced that we have done the proper istinja. So if you have doubts pertaining to your istinja after conviction, meaning you are convinced that you have done the proper istinja, and then you have doubts, we do not pay attention to the doubt. We do not pay attention to the doubt. But the problem is, if you are not sure whether you done a proper istinja, and then you have doubts, then you have to do it again. Then you have to do it again. So what is the meaning of proper istinja? You see, there is istinja, and there is another term which is important, which is called istibra. Istinja and istibra. Istibra, it is a process that we make sure that all the filthy are removed. So usually for men, one of the ways of istibra, I do not know any for women, for men, by coughing. Because by coughing, it helps to the remains of the urine to be removed. And also by stroking and by using any tissue and so on. So different people have different levels of doing istibra. Some people they need a longer time to do istibra. Some people they need a shorter time. So all these are based on our experience in understanding our bodies. So when we understand that we have to do a certain type of istibra in order to free ourselves from all the remains of urine, then istibra becomes compulsory. So once we have done everything, but yet after that we find something that is some doubts that some remains of urine is coming up, then we can go away without it. No issue. But the thing is, we must be convinced of our istinja, and we must be convinced of our istibra. But if we are convinced that urine comes out, now this is another issue. There is a difference between doubt and conviction. Doubt meaning 50-50, you are 50-50. There is a possibility it comes out, there is a possibility it doesn't come out. There is no problem, you don't have to pay attention, because sometimes was shaitan. But if you are 100% sure that urine comes out, then you got no choice, and you have to go back, and you have to wash yourselves again, and then take ablution again, and then perform your prayer. So we have to look at the level of conviction, whether it is doubt or it is conviction. If it is doubt, if you are convinced of your istinja, no need for you to return to istinja. If you are doubtful of your istinja, then you have to go back into your istinja. If you are doubtful, then some remnants of the urine comes out. So this is how we can ascertain whether we are in need to do istinja again, or we do not need to do istinja again. Any other question? Yes. Yes. Those who are asthmatics and use the inhalers. Inhalers, injections. Injections, and what kind of injection? Medical injection. Yeah. So they inject water. So we have a few questions here. Number one is pertaining to a person who has asthma and using an inhaler. Does inhaler invalidate any fasting? Again, if we go back to the principle, we say that any substance of essence that enters the body's cavity will invalidate fasting. So does inhaler is considered to be a substance that has an essence, al-ain, that enters into the body's cavity. So based on my understanding, that it is a substance. It is part of an essence, because it may be a vapor, but it condenses and it enters your throat, condenses into a liquid. So it is a vapor on the outside, but it's liquid on the inside. Because vapor can condense and it becomes a liquid. When it becomes a liquid, then it's an essence. It is different from smelling perfume. If we regard inhaler as smelling, as though we are smelling and it is perfume, for example, if you have perfume and you are inhaling any perfume, it does not invalidate the force. But I don't think any inhaler any such. Inhaler, there is an essence or ayn in that. So if a person and he says asthma, if he's able to avoid using an inhaler during the day, then he avoids using an inhaler during the day. But if the doctor say that you cannot avoid any inhaler during the day, if you do not use the inhaler, then a serious harm will be caused to your body, or you can faint, or all these serious diseases can come. We tell this person, use the inhaler. Use the inhaler, and then if he is able to make up for the fasting in some other days, when he is able to, then compulsory upon him to make up for the fasting. But if he is able to avoid the inhaler, then he avoids the inhaler. Pertaining to injection, we have differences amongst the ulama. There are three opinions pertaining to injection. The first opinion is the most strictest opinion of all, which says that all forms of injection invalidate fasting. This is the strictest opinion. The second opinion is the less strict opinion, which says that all forms of injection does not invalidate fasting, except for the injection which a person injects water or glucose or any of this kind as a nutrition. But medicinal injection does not invalidate fasting. This is an opinion. The third opinion which we are inclined to, and a lot of our scholars nowadays are inclined to, there is an explanation. If the injection is done through the veins, it invalidates fasting. If the injection is done through the flesh, it does not invalidate fasting. So we have to look at the type of injection. Is this injection through the veins or injection through the flesh? So if it is done, injection is done, and there is water that is injected, water that is injected, or salt that is injected, any nutrition that can make the body as though he is taking any food and drink. A person inject, for example, this one, glucose. The fasting will become invalid. The fasting becomes invalid if nutrition is injected, if water is injected. But if a person is sick and he is in need of that injection, we say the same goes for the inhaler earlier. We say you can do the injection, but it is compulsory upon them to make up for the fasting when they are able to make up for the fasting. If the injection is based on nutrition and based on water. For medicinal kind of injection, the fasting is still valid. For medicinal any kind of injection, the fasting is still valid. Allahu Akbar. Any other question? Some of the question that is asked, we have covered. Any other questions? Yes. Yeah. Breastfeeding. Breastfeeding, and if a woman is doing breastfeeding, if she is able to breastfeed,